Hey family, what's good? This is your girl. I am the Bronze Goddess. And it's like it's exactly 11:30 p.m. and I was actually getting ready to go to bed. I had to throw something on. My hair was all tied up. I had to take my hair down to do this video, all of that. But it was important for me to do this video. Um Sunday I went into the store and there were like a few girls who were checking out in front of me. There must have been like 3 or 4 girls, and three of them were like really girly. They had on dresses and all of that. And then there was the one girl that was right in front of me, and she was dressed like a boy. She had a really short haircut. She had like a little earring in one ear. She might have even had some cuts in her eyebrow. I'm not sure. And she definitely was dressed like a boy. But I could tell by her shape she was a girl. But anyway, they were all together, and this particular store had a church like right next to it. So I was thinking like all these kids are getting ready to go to church. I remember thinking to myself when I saw them all together, I was like, this day and age, this era is different from like my era. I've never really seen that in my era, in my day, going to church when I was a young girl, seeing somebody dressed like a little boy or whatever, a girl dressed as a boy. And I remember thinking to myself, you know what? That's good. That's good that they are embracing her and that she's going to church and that obviously she must feel comfortable in church for her to be friends with these girls and they're all going to church together. And I remember thinking that how wonderful that is that at least that church she feels welcome, because so often when somebody is different, dresses different, or you think that you may know their story, people aren't welcomed. That's the one place where you're supposed to be welcomed. And I thought to myself, I was gonna make a video about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna make a video. I'm not gonna get into any controversy. I'm not even in the mood for all of that. So I didn't make the video. And then tonight, I'm like going through my email, and I get a message from this young boy, and he sent me a link to an article, and the article is about this young boy who was coming out to his mother. His mother was a very devout Christian, and he knew how she was going to take it. He knew that she was going to be hard on him. He knew that she was going to probably not going to accept him, and how scared he was to come out to her. And I think sometimes as Christians, we are so judgmental. And I think that the thing about it is, it's not what would Jesus do. It's not WWJD. Jesus didn't shun anyone. Anyone. I don't care if it was a thief. I don't care if it was a prostitute. I don't care who it was. Jesus didn't shun anyone. He didn't make anybody feel that they weren't worthy. Even somebody had leprosy. Nobody was unworthy, or he didn't shun anybody or treat anybody like they weren't anyone or they weren't anything. And I don't like when people like Christians do that. Because somebody's gay, you can't talk to them, or they shouldn't be in our church, and they shouldn't do this and they shouldn't do that. If they should be welcome in one place, it should at least be the church. And I'm not getting into the debate. I'm not getting into how you feel and what you think is right and what I think is right. I'm not getting into that, because that's not my point. My point is, a church is where you're supposed to feel welcome. And as Christians, we shouldn't make people feel like that. And reading the article from the little boy, with the little boy trying to come out to his mom and being so scared of being accepted and all of that, it's so sad that we don't embrace people more. And I had to make a video about it. Like I said, I was getting ready to go to sleep, and I was telling my husband about it. I was like, this whole thing happened this weekend. I was going to make a video, but then I didn't. And then here comes this other guy writing me. And sometimes people just need a hug. People just need to be accepted. People just need to know that they're still loved. Regardless of how you feel, you still love them. You still love them. I would love you no matter what. I still love you. Because that's what I'm supposed to be trying to do. I'm a Christian. I'm trying to be Christ-like. If Jesus still loves you, why can't I still love you? I don't understand that part about it, when people just like, oh, I accept this and I accept that and I accept this, but you're gay. Oh no, I can't accept that. Like, How is that Christ-like? How is that showing people the same kind of love that Christ shows you? God accepts you for who you are, how you are. Why can't you accept people? I know this video is going to be controversial, and it is what it is. But sometimes people just need a hug, and they need to know that they can go someplace where they can be welcome. And that should be church. You should be welcome. Nobody should treat you funny there. I mean, maybe at school people treat you funny, on the bus or whatever. But when you go to church, people shouldn't treat you funny. Not at church. Not a room full of people who are trying to be Christ-like. At least not in my opinion. My opinion may differ from yours, and if so, you can leave it respectfully below. If you get out of pocket, I promise you I will block you. I will block you. If you get out of pocket, you get out unruly. Because I'm not going to have it. When it comes to people and their feelings, I'm very protective of people and their feelings. I barely block people, but when you start talking reckless about my children or about somebody else, I have very little tolerance for it. But I do want to hear your opinion. Like I said, just to clarify, I'm not talking about what's right, what's wrong. I'm talking about how I feel. What I am talking about is where people should feel welcome. And if you really say that you're Christ-like, show people the kind of love that Christ would show them. God loves everyone. And I don't think you should make it feel like this group of people God doesn't love. God loves everybody. That's not what Jesus would do. That's what you would do. But anyway, with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.